Hello and welcome to Finextra. I'm Hannah Wallace and we're here today joined by Conor Colleary from Oracle, and we're going to be talking about corporate banking. Conor, thank you very much for having us today.
Thank you.
What are the challenges corporate banks face in providing increasingly digital real-time services to their clients?
So I think, and this is a kind of a common theme we're finding throughout the whole market. Right? I think if I look at the number one challenge our banks are facing to address this new digital world is their legacy infrastructure. So they have complex architectures with multiple systems that don't allow them to be as agile as they need to be. They don't allow them to give the straight-through processing that digital demands. They aren't scalable. And these are the kind of underlying challenges that banks are facing. So they have a lot of work to do in the corporate space, and they have a lot of investment to make in order to address those challenges.
What are some of the demands and expectations corporates expect their banks to provide?
So I think, corporates are really expecting banks to provide business value across all the interactions that they have. I think in the new digital world, the corporates have an expectation of immediate satisfaction of their requirements. They want it to be end-to-end, so they don't want individual services. They also want it to be intuitive, right? It's not easy, it's about being intuitive and they're able to do all of the transactions and all of the interactions with the bank in one place or across multiple channels. So they're the kind of key areas that the corporates are looking for in terms of value that they get from the banks. And they look for that across, in the corporate space, they look for it probably across three different areas. So they're looking for it in credit and credit management, so getting facilities and lending. They're looking also for it across liquidity and cash management, and they're also looking for it in real-time payments. They're probably the three big areas that corporates are looking for additional value from their banks.
How much of an overhaul is this to corporate banks, and are they prepared for the challenge?
So I think it's a significant overhaul. I think it's an exciting time. I think the corporate banking is going through a significant amount of change. I think most of the banks we've come across are definitely prepared for the challenge. A lot of them are already embarked on the journey to transform their business. I think we've seen two things. One is the way they address the challenge. So some of them have gone towards have changed from a big bang approach and are looking at kind of what we would call progressive modernization. So they're not trying to change the whole bank in one go. I think they're looking for prioritizing where they can derive the most value and add the most value to their customers and addressing those areas first in a kind of modular manner. And if they can do that successfully, then I think that it makes the whole transformation much easier for the banks going forward. The second area, and this is probably the key to success for banks as they look at the new world for corporates, they need to be able to collaborate. They need to open up the bank and they need to become part of this hyper-connected ecosystem. And that will really allow them to innovate faster, to deliver really differentiated services to their customers, and to collaborate with fintechs, other players, even outside the banking industry. If they become a platform, they can deliver these services in an effective, efficient way to their customers.
Conor, thank you very much for speaking with us today.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching.